Hi, this is Tamika with Pastries, Poems, and Pie, and I'm here with some more Happy Mail. In this Happy Mail, I have something from Archer and Olive, and it is another journal from them. Now, it's not just a dot grid journal. It is part of a collection they just did recently, and this is the Books of Beauty journal. It is a pre-printed reading journal. Now you're probably thinking, didn't you just show us a whole bookish collection from Live Love Posh? I did. Yes, I did. Now let me tell you what was interesting. I had already ordered a reading journal because I decided, I'm going to get back into reading. And I didn't plan on ordering this reading journal. I love the cover. And then I saw that a reading journal was an option. You could get it dot grid, you could get it different sizes. And then I saw that a reading journal was one of the options as well for this cover. And I was like, well, since I'm getting back into reading, maybe I should, because I've been very hesitant to start a reading journal. And I thought about it. I was like, I got some extra dot grid journals. Let me just start one. And then I'm like, girl, you're not going to stay consistent with filling out a dot grid. And you're going to get overwhelmed looking at all the videos and coming up with all the ideas. And then when I saw that this was already a pre-printed one and it had this beautiful cover that I wanted, I was like, let's give it a try. So yes, I do have this. And yes, I did just unbox the Live Love Posh collection as well. So when I'd literally gotten this one in the mail, or it was going to be delivered the next day. When I found out that Live Love Posh was doing a bookish collection, I was like, well, crap. I just bought a reading journal. I said, but maybe I'm not going to like it because I don't know. This one's already pre-printed, which is what I wanted. But then I said, well, let me try out the collection from Live Love Posh too, to see what I like better, right? So I'm going to use them both. Don't worry, I'm going to use them both, see which one I like better, so I know in the future if I want to change anything up, or maybe I'm not going to like using either one. Who knows? But anyways, let's get into this beauty, because if you haven't seen it, it is what it's titled. It is Books of Beauty. Like, I didn't need another journal. So the fact that I was just going to buy it just because I didn't need another journal. But it's absolutely beautiful. And I have to. And then I was like, oh, there's a reading option. Gotta get it. Gotta get it. So there's a little note there about your new journal and everything. So let me put this to the side. And let's get into this thing here. Look at it. Wouldn't you have bought it too? And if you haven't, you might want to go ahead and do it. It is absolutely beautiful. Look at it, y'all. Look at it. Look at the spine. Look at the spine. And here's the back. There's no way I could not get this. I was going to get it just as a dot grid, knowing I didn't need it, but I got it. As you can see, it has the elastic closure here, as all of their journals do, and the elastic pin loop, as all of your journals do. And this is take a look inside of this beautiful thing. So beautiful. Look at this. Look at this inside cover. Oh my gosh. Absolutely stunning. I want to find a color like this to put my name here. I have to go through my markers and see what I've got. So here they give you tips for using this reading journal. No pressure. This is a companion notebook, not a workbook. It's meant to enhance your reading experience and be enjoyable. So you can set your own pace, start simple, track your progress, reflect regularly. Can mix it up, add personal touches, and enhance imperfection. So they give you some ideas for some of the blank pages that are in here. The book bracket page, which as you saw in my Live Love Posh one, I didn't even want to create that one myself. I printed one online and just on sticker paper and attached it in there. So maybe since this is actual dot grid, well, that was a dot grid page in there, but maybe I'll create my own this time. I don't know. Tracking monthly, quarterly reads, book recommendations list, book club pages, which are already built into the Live Love Posh one. Book of the month page, also already built in Live Love Posh. A to Z reading challenges. So some of these things are already built into the other one. A reading mood tracker, that's interesting. Okay, reading inspired art doodles. All right, so then content pages. So there's an about me page. There's your reading goals, your wish list, your to be read, and then you have some blank pages. All right. So here's your index. So you know where everything is, and then you have all these blank pages here that you can list what they are for. So I think that's pretty nice. There's a little quote here. Books are the mirrors of the soul by Virginia Woolf. So you have an about me page. Have fun personalizing your own library card. So that's cute. That's really cute. And you can give yourself your own library card number. Oh, wow. So you put a little bit about yourself. Write a short paragraph about yourself. What are some things that make you you? Where do you love to read? What hobbies do you have besides reading? And I like to read because. And then your favorite book of all time. Oh, my word. I don't know. There's a lot. Favorite book series, favorite quotes from books, favorite reading snacks or drinks. Describe your reading personality. Are you a cover-to-cover binge reader, or do you savor books slowly? Depends on the book, really, for me. Okay, then you have your reading goals, and it gives you a lot of space for reading goals. On the Live Love Posh profile page, I think there was only 3 goals to write there, but of course with the blank pages in there you could add in anything that you want. And because that one is disc bound, you can add in extra pages anyways for anything additional that you want to do. So there's the number of books you want to read and the number of books you want to own. Then you have your reading goals here, and you list them out. When did you start it? When did you complete it? Things like that. All right, let's see what's on the next pages here. Your wish list. So your title, your author, your format, and your genre. So you have a couple of pages of that. Your to be read list. For me, it seems like those are kind of the same, unless these are books you already have and you need to read, and these are books you want to acquire, I guess. Then you have some blank pages. It's pretty interesting that the awkward pages are the blank pages. I don't know if that was by design. And then there are numbers on the pages, as you can see also. All numbered. All right, so there's your daily reading tracker, a book tracker, series tracker, a book log, a book review, and some blank pages. So tracking my reading story. And it says books are the quietest and most constant of friends. They are the most accessible and wisest of counselors and the most patient of teachers. So in this section, you'll track and document your reading progress in detail. So with the Live Love Posh one, you had all these pages in the planner pages pack. And then you had the dividers that you can add to it, and you have the labels up for the dividers, and you can kind of label those sections as you need it. If you have extra dividers, you can always add those in, like I said, because it's because it's disc bound. This one being book bound, they've already got the trackers all in one section for you. So you don't have to worry about really labeling anything here. And then the index tells you where everything is. So this is just to track how you're reading each day. Book trackers. Did you borrow or lend it? From who or to who? Loan date, return date. Then series trackers. I like this. Book logs. So after watching a video, because of course I had to have watched a video to have seen this and to know that you could get it as a reading journal option. But it was explained in that video that you have your book log. So book number 1, I'm going to write that information here. And then it tells you here pages 34 to 37. And that's where you're going to go back to actually write your book review. And it's going to be numbered just like it is based on the book, which I think is pretty cool. So you can rate it, put the dates that you read it, and then it'll tell you what pages you can go to do your book review. And so the book log is set up for 32 books. 32 books. Okay, so here's page 34. Again, if we go back, pages 34 through 37. Here's page 34, and this is the number. So here's where I will do the review. Now, what I like here is that you've got a lot more space for a book review than opposed to the pages in the Live Love Posh paper pack. There was 2 book reviews on a page, but you could always add in more pages. Remember that. So, title, author, genre, date, published, recommended by, language, I got this book from, the format, the rating, when you started, when you finish, and then you do a summary. And then there's a larger space here for a photo or what have you of the book. Let me find my ruler. Oh Lord, that's gonna be a task because I got stuff everywhere. All right, here we go. So this one, I think in the Live Love Posh, it's 1 by 1.5. And here, it's right over 2.5, like not even quite 2 3/4. That's awkward. Okay. But it is what it is. Okay. And then this way, it's about almost 2 1/4 here. Right under 2 3/4 here. And about 2 1/4 there. It's very interesting. It's going to be hard to print for these because those aren't really... And it could be because it's based off of a dot grid notebook. I'm not sure. Not sure. And then you have this big section here for favorite quotes. And then how did this book make you feel? Would you recommend this book? That's a lot of space for would you recommend. So I guess you would want to go a little bit deeper than putting a yes or no answer there. Then you have thoughts, key takeaways, notes. Which I don't know if this starts to get redundant maybe. Because I'm doing a summary here. I'm doing my thoughts here. But I've already also put how it made me feel there. And then key takeaways. Not sure if that could get a little bit redundant. But if you didn't want to actually use all of these sections, you can always cover it with some stickers or some washi tape. And then you have a big notes section. So maybe if you're using the book for a book club, this is a good place to jot down some of those notes. So everything is in one place. And then you start again. Okay. And so it goes all the way through to 32. So again, it's for 32 books. Where's the Live Love Posh one? Even though it's 2 book reviews on a page, one at the top, one at the bottom. So then, in essence, 4 to 1 sheet of paper. It's enough, I think, in there for 100 books. Whereas here you have enough for 32 books. But you do have some extra blank pages at the end. And you can do what you want to do with these extra blank pages. So you have here and here as well as the blank pages. So then back here it's reflect and celebrate. So you're looking at your library bookshelf. They have the book bingo, which was built into Live Love Posh as well. There's a reading challenge, your year in review, favorites, reflection, and then some more blank pages. So you have your library bookshelf. These books seem like they might be a little wider than the ones on the Live Love Posh pages, but very, very similar. Then you have a book bingo that's already pre-filled, and then you have one that you can create on your own. So, for instance, here, read a book with a blue cover, which is one I think I added to my book bingo. Read a nonfiction book, read a book recommended by a friend, read a book that takes place in the future. These are some pretty good ideas. So, some good ideas for maybe next year, or if I want to try and simultaneously do both bingos. So this was a pre-created bingo, and I created the bingo that I wanted for myself. So yeah, I wonder if I could do both of them. Speaking of book bingo, let me ask you guys something. You avid readers. So when you're doing a book bingo, suppose I have read a book that has a blue cover and I'm exploring a new genre. Do you mark off both of those, or do you just mark off one bingo slot per book? Let me know in the comments, because I feel like if I mark more than one, then I'm cheating. But let me know. Let me know how y'all do it. Like again, so again, you have a pre-filled one, and then you have one that you can create yourself. Then over here, we have some reading challenges that are already built in. And then again, some blank ones that you can do yourself. So join a book club, read a book with a mental health focus or theme, read a book that's over 500 pages, complete a series, which is one of my goals for the year, complete 5 reviews, read a classic, read a biography on a historical figure, read a book by an author of color, read a book that teaches a new skill. So there's a lot of different ones that are in here. So I might try to see if I can simultaneously do some of the challenges in both of the reading journals. All right. Then we have reading statistics for the year in review. So how many total books were read, pages and days. I don't track minutes read. I don't have time for that. Like, I'm just not gonna, I know me. I'm not gonna track it. No, I don't. So once I finish a book, I will note, okay, this book was this many pages. I'm not tracking minutes. So I like this here. Quickest book read and how many days that was. Slowest book read and how many days that was. Your most read author and how many books you read from them. Your most reread book and how many reads you did of that. Then you have book awards. So what is your book of the year? What was the most surprising read? Your most emotional, your most thought-provoking, and who's your best new author? Okay, and then we continue on with the book awards. Whether you track by year, quarter, or month, record your reading awards for your preferred time period. So what was the best standalone book, the best duology, or the best series? What was your longest book, shortest book, and best of each genre? Put your favorite book for each genre here. What's your least favorite books and your least favorite characters? And then this is very similar to what I have in the other one, which is your favorite book of the month pages. I wonder what's this. Let's see. These are about 1.5 inches. Okay. And then you have favorites, quote that inspired you, funniest quote, most heartbreaking quote, most satisfying ending, most thought-provoking quote, most unexpected moment, best romance, most vivid setting, best character journey, best world building, most relatable character, best hero heroine, most memorable scene. And then reading highlights, your biggest surprise, what made an impact, reading successes, what I learned, and then a whole reflection page. Again, if you feel like all of this is redundant, you can cover it up. And then you go to some more blank pages here in the back. Now these blank pages in the back sit nicely. They sit better than some of the others throughout the book. Some of the others were a little bit on some awkward pages. These right here work nicely too. But yeah, that is the reading journal. You still have the pocket that's always in the back, and you also have the ribbon bookmarks that you always get from Archer and Olive with the ampersand charm on there. So that is my beautiful new book reading journal that I had to have because it's gorgeous, honey, gorgeous. So based on the collection that I showed you from Live Love Posh and this beautiful reading journal here, what would you say would be your preference? See, and another reason I decided to try them both was because one is book bound and one is disc bound, and I want to see how I like that better. I have been using a book bound for my creative journal and my other journals, and I've always been using the disc bound for some years now for regular planning. So just wanted to try them both out and see how I like them. There's some very similar things and pages in each of them, and then there's some slight differences as well. But let me know which one you prefer, and let me know what you think about this journal overall, because it's just so stunning. Like, I just really, really like it. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with some of those blank pages yet. I think I'm a little bit overwhelmed because I'm a little bit intimidated with this one for some reason. But I want to think about some of these ideas for the blank pages and see what I might want to do with that. But yeah, I love that I get to create my own library card. That's fun. That's really fun. I like that. And I think I know what picture I could use for that. A picture from work when we had to take our school pictures at work. All right. Yep. Let me know. All right, guys, that's all I have for you in this Happy Mail video. Don't forget to slay, subscribe, like, and accept the alerts so you don't miss any videos. And you don't want to miss if I decide to do some stuff in this journal, okay? And my other journal. I might pop up every now and then and do some things in those. So make sure you are getting your notifications for all of that. All right, guys, you have a nice day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.